Sanbonan Bangani Bami. We are back again. We are doing rules of the road. So, Nshilo Guti, I don't know whether we are going to have 3 parts, 4 parts, or 5 parts of the road rules. Okay? But we're just taking it easy. We're taking it easy. So, last session we covered being overtaken on the freeway. We covered this part. We covered this part. We covered this part. So we are going to continue on road shoulders. But before we continue, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment. Subscribe and like, but it is very important to like the video so that YouTube helps us with recommending the video to a larger audience. So we are kicking it off from road shoulders. Road shoulders. Ihlombe, amahlombe omgwaqo. So we have the yellow line and you have the white line. So now let me zoom it in so you see there is something very, very important here. Let me erase this. Note that you'll have the yellow line and white line. These two are both shoulders. Shoulders. All right? Those are your shoulders. The shoulders of the road. It's E here. Okay? Shoulders. But these shoulders, you'll notice that you have the white line in or on the road that is going in the same direction. It's going the same direction. But if it's going and if you have a different direction, you'll have yellow line this side and yellow line that side. Okay? So where do you find this? Where do you find this one? This one. You find this one. Let's say you have it's too much thingy here. Let's say you have your road like this. So traffic here, it's going there only. Okay? So this side you have the white line, that side you have the yellow line, it's going there only. And then you have another road here, let's say maybe on the freeway, so coming this way again. So on the left you have the yellow line, on the right you have the white line. That's where you find it. So let's read on the rules with regards to that. So they're saying you may not drive on the shoulder of the road to the left of the yellow edge line or to the right of the white edge line. You may not drive there. But they say there are exceptions in which you may drive there under these conditions. You may drive to the left of the yellow edge line to allow another vehicle to overtake you. If then you see there are exceptions for you driving in the yellow line. There are exceptions. You may drive there if it is a single lane roadway. If it is a single lane roadway, single lane roadway, single lane roadway, you may drive on the yellow line. If it is between sunrise and sunset, sunrise is from the sun, it's from when the sun rises to when the sun has set. So it's day, night, not day and night. What am I saying? Between the morning when the sun rises until the dawn, when the sun is going down, you may do that only during the day, daytime. That's what they mean actually. You may drive on the yellow line if it won't endanger any road users or property. If you see that it will endanger some other road users or some property, then you may not do that. You may drive on the yellow line if you can clearly see any person or persons, any vehicle or vehicles for at least 150 meters ahead. 150 meters ahead. Moving on. Dedicated public transport lane. So there are dedicated public transport lanes. So do not drive in a lane dedicated for public transport or rapid transport vehicles from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. So lento lezi nkathi lezi kasi sizibiza ama-rush hour, rush hour, because around this time people are going to work. Around this time people are coming from work. Yabo? So between Monday to Friday. So this is your road. This is your road, my friend. And then this is a lane. There is a lane here for bus. Okay? So you are not allowed to drive in this lane for buses around 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. and around 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. You are not allowed to drive there. Okay? Because this lane is dedicated for buses. But it's not only for buses. Not only that, you are not allowed to drive there, to drive on the lane dedicated for buses, but there are also lanes dedicated for rapid transport. So maybe there's a lane for ambulances, but rapid fast transport, my friend. And then they say, except public holidays, unless you are driving the permitted class of a vehicle. So uhamba emgwaqeni, now umgwaqo. Then there is a lane here, and then it's bus. And then you are driving a bus also that has a permit to operate maybe as a bus providing services wherever. Then you are allowed to drive in this lane. Yabo? Okay. Because uhamba ngebhasi and that lane is for buses. And then we have traffic lanes. You may not enter or cross a road or traffic lane if your vehicle is likely to cause a dangerous situation or obstruct traffic flow. Remember, we are all about safety. So you may not enter a traffic lane if your vehicle will cause a dangerous situation or it will obstruct traffic. Remember, we are regulating the traffic and we want to make sure that everyone is driving smoothly. There are no collisions or whatsoever. So if you entering a lane will cause some dangerous situation, you may not do that. Do not cross into a different lane unless you can do so without obstructing or endangering other traffic. Okay? It's clear like that. Yeah. Guys, please do remember to subscribe, okay? Remember to subscribe. Thank you. Traffic circles. So you have a roundabout and you have a mini circle. I'm giving you a homework. Go and find out the difference between a roundabout and a mini circle. Or if you know, comment below. What is the difference between the two? What is the difference between a roundabout and a mini circle? So they're saying here, at a roundabout, you must yield right of way to all traffic approaching from the right, unless there is a road sign or a traffic officer instructing otherwise. All traffic approaching from your right. If a car is approaching from your right, you are here. This car is already approaching from your right. you give it right of way to pass, because that means it is already in the traffic circle. Okay? So that's why you always yield right of way to traffic on your right at a roundabout. Okay? And then at a mini circle, you give way to any vehicle that will cross the yield line before you. Any vehicle that crosses the yield line before you, this is the yield line. This is the yield line. So any vehicle that crosses this line first come, first serve. First come, first serve. So any vehicle that crosses that line first, then it has a right of way. And at a mini circle or in traffic circle, traffic goes clockwise direction. Look at these arrows. Traffic goes clockwise direction. So if you want to go there, what you are going to do, you go like this and then you go there. Okay? You cannot just do this. No. Can't do that, my friend. Traffic goes clockwise direction. Moving on. Driving signals. Driving signals. So, my friend, you are allowed to give signals. Signals. You are allowed to giving signals. You should actually give signals. If you want to change the lane, you indicate your intention to change direction. You reduce speed or stop. To reduce speed or stop, you indicate your intention. Indicate clearly to be seen by other road users. So you are indicating not just for yourself, but for other road users. Okay? But also, again, don't say, there is no car following me, so why should I indicate? Let it get into your system when you are driving that I have to indicate that I'm turning here. Let it get into your system. Don't say, there's no car following me, so indicate for who? No. Indicate. Fork. Then they say, hand signals. Hand signals may not be used on a freeway. Okay? And then you have a stop. You have a slow down. You look at the direction of this arrow. This arrow indicates that the hand or the arm is going up and down. That means slow down. Yabo? This one, you see the arrow is going like that. That means says overtake. And then you have this one where it's asking for right of way. Taxi drivers, they like using this one. And then you have this one, left turn. Yabo? Left turn, this one. You see the direction of the arrows. Your hand should go like that. So left turn for a motorcycle, they will do it like this. Okay? And then turning at an intersection. Now I'm going to hold it after here. This will be my last section under this one, and then we'll continue again the following lesson. Turning at an intersection. Do not turn unless you can do so without obstructing or endangering other traffic. Some of the rules, or rather the rules, are just common sense. So, but because we understand that common sense is not common, we will keep on telling you guys. We'll keep on telling you, do not turn unless you can do so without obstructing or endangering other traffic. And then obey yellow mandatory direction arrows. These ones are mandatory direction arrows, these ones. When you get here, you can't then decide to go straight. This one, it's yellow like this. It's a mandatory direction arrow that says turn left here. This one, definitely, you can't turn right when you are here. You definitely need to turn left or go straight. This one, you can't turn left, you can't turn right, you have to go straight. It's mandatory. This one, you can't turn left here. You either go straight or you turn right. This one, you turn right. This one, you can't go straight. You either gonna turn left or you turn right. This one tells you that there is a mandatory direction arrow ahead, these ones. So before you see these yellow ones, you will see these white ones, which are informing you that you will see the yellow ones. When you are driving here, this arrow says, you will see me again, but having turned yellow. I will turn yellow. And then you get to here. The person, the arrow has turned yellow. So you have to do that. So if you are driving in that lane and you see this arrow, but you will not want to turn, then when you see this arrow, then you must indicate your intention to move to another to another lane. Okay? Yes. And then you have the what? Turning left. Turning left. Before turning left, indicate in good time and keep as close as possible to the left of the road. Yabo? If you want to turn left, you indicate well in advance. Okay? And then you keep left as far as possible. And then after turning, adjust your speed to merge safely into the flow of traffic. So you have turned now, right? After you've turned, what you then need to do, you have to then adjust your speed. You then adjust your speed to match the speed of other traffic. Okay? And then you have the turning right. Okay? The turning right, again, before turning right, indicate in good time and keep as close as possible to the right side of the road. Okay? Then before turning, you yield right of way to any traffic approaching ahead. So if this is your road, my friend, you want to turn here, your car is here, you keep as far right as possible, and then you are indicating, right? You are indicating that you want to turn. So traffic approaching this direction, you give it right of way for it to pass because they have a right of way. And then when it is safe for you to do so, then you can turn. Okay? Then you can turn. It's like that. Before starting turning into a two-way road, cross the center lines so that you turn into left side of the road. Left side. So you cross the center lines. This is your road. Okay? You want to turn here. Okay. So this is the road marking. Okay? And then this is the road marking. So you are driving here. You want to turn. You can't turn here. Yabo? Because there are your center lines. There is your center line. So you have to go cross the center line so that you turn on the left side of this lane. Okay. And then lastly, as you turn, pass left of any traffic island or traffic officer. Let's say your road is like this. This is your road, and then here there's a traffic island. Okay? Or maybe there's a traffic officer here. Okay? So you are turning. You pass on the left here so that you turn on the right lane, or you pass on the left of this traffic officer. Okay? That's it. So, my dearly beloved friends, next lesson we are going to continue with parking rules and parking distance guides, and hopefully we will finish the section under rules of the road. So please make sure that you subscribe, like the video, and catch up on other videos that I have on this channel. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Much love.